Why narcissists hoover and how to protect yourself when they come crawling back. Have you ever felt ambushed by someone re-entering your life just when you thought you'd escaped their toxic hold? They apologize, make grand promises, or act as if they've changed. This behavior, known as hoovering, is one of the many manipulation tactics narcissists use to regain control. In today's video, we're going to explore why narcissists hoover, how it impacts you emotionally, and the practical steps you can take to protect yourself when they come crawling back. It's important to note that this discussion is not about blaming you or focusing on their faults, it's about empowering you. If you've experienced trauma from being in a narcissistic relationship, this video is here to offer clarity, strength, and compassion as you navigate this journey of healing. Let's begin with what hoovering means. The term comes from the idea of a vacuum, sucking you back into their world. Hoovering occurs when a narcissist attempts to re-establish contact after you've distanced yourself or set boundaries. It might feel like an apology, a reconciliation, or even a gesture of love, but make no mistake, hoovering is a tactic designed to regain control, not a reflection of genuine care or regret. Recognizing this behavior is the first step toward breaking the cycle. Narcissists thrive on power, attention, and control. When you distance yourself, it disrupts their sense of authority and cuts off the supply they rely on to boost their ego. Hoovering is their way of reasserting this control. But here's the thing. It's rarely about you as a person. It's about what you represent to them. Validation, attention, or someone to manipulate. They might hoover because they miss the dynamic where they had the upper hand, not because they truly value the relationship or regret their actions. Understanding this can shift the focus away from searching for their intentions and back to protecting your own emotional health. Let's take a closer look at how hoovering might show up in your life. Here are some common tactics narcissists often use. Unsolicited messages or calls. You'll suddenly get a text saying, "I miss you," or "I've changed." Grand gestures. They might go out of their way to make exaggerated apologies or send you gifts. Feigning vulnerability, pretending to be hurt, helpless, or in crisis to elicit sympathy. Playing on nostalgia, bringing up old memories to trigger longing. Emotional provocation, stirring guilt, anger, or fear to manipulate your feelings. Though these tactics may seem convincing in the moment, it's crucial to recognize them for what they are, manipulative attempts to lure you back into their web. It's easy to get caught up in the hope that their words or actions mean they've changed. But the hard truth is, hoovering is rarely a sign of transformation. True change comes from consistent accountability and effort, and unfortunately, most narcissists lack the capacity for such introspection. Their apologies may sound heartfelt, but often they're surface level and designed to faintly patch things up just long enough for them to regain control. Change isn't about words, it's reflected in consistent behavior and respect for your boundaries. Hoovering isn't just manipulative, it can be deeply destabilizing. It creates an emotional whirlwind, stirring feelings of nostalgia, self-doubt, and even guilt. You might find yourself questioning your decision to leave or worry about hurting their feelings if you don't respond. These emotions are normal, but they can keep you trapped in a toxic cycle if not addressed. Remember, your feelings are valid, and prioritizing your well-being does not make you cruel or unkind. Learning to spot hoovering early can save you from falling back into their control. Be wary of communication that feels intense or has an ulterior motive, even if it masquerades as kindness. If their actions seem too good to be true or feel manipulative, trust that instinct. Setting boundaries is one of the most empowering steps you can take. Boundaries protect your mental well-being and send a clear message that you will no longer participate in their toxic behavior. Here are some practical tips for boundary setting. Avoid responding to their messages or calls. Block them on social media, email, and any communication platform where possible. Set internal boundaries by reminding yourself why disengaging is the healthiest choice. Boundaries might feel uncomfortable at first, but over time, they will become the shield that keeps you safe. When faced with hoovering, grounding yourself emotionally is essential. Mindfulness, breathing exercises, and journaling can help you stay centered when emotions become overwhelming. Talking to someone you trust or seeking a therapist's support can also provide clarity. It's also important to reframe self-doubt. If you begin questioning your decisions, remind yourself of the reasons that led you to set boundaries in the first place. You left for your sanity, safety, and happiness. Never forget that. For many survivors of narcissistic abuse, going no contact is the most effective way to maintain boundaries. This means cutting off all communication, even if it feels harsh. It's about creating space for emotional freedom and breaking the cycle of manipulation. Remember, no contact isn't about punishing the narcissist, it's about prioritizing you. Expect resistance when enforcing boundaries. They may react with anger, guilt-tripping, or playing the victim. But these reactions aren't your responsibility to manage. They're proof that you're doing the right thing by standing your ground. Breaking free from a narcissist can leave emotional scars, but recovery is possible. Start by focusing on self-compassion and healing. Engage in practices that bring you peace, whether it's journaling, spending time in nature, or connecting with supportive friends or communities. Reclaiming your self-worth is essential, especially when a narcissist has undermined it. Therapy provides a safe space to work through lingering doubts, fears, and past trauma. Healing isn't a straight path. There will be setbacks, moments of doubt, and days where it feels impossible. But every small step counts. Be patient with yourself and celebrate every victory, no matter how small it seems. If you still feel emotionally tied to the narcissist, don't be too hard on yourself. Breaking emotional bonds takes time. Focus on self-reflection and ask yourself, what am I holding on to and how does it serve me? Letting go doesn't erase the past, but it allows you to make room for a healthier future. Moving forward, be cautious of red flags in relationships. Practice boundary setting early and trust your instincts if something feels off. Surround yourself with people who value and respect you, ones who lift you up rather than tear you down. As you heal, you'll come to realize that peace is worth far more than any momentary reconciliation with someone toxic. Life free from manipulation doesn't mean all your challenges disappear, but it does mean you'll have the space to face life on your terms, with clarity and confidence. To everyone watching, please remember this. You are not alone, and you are not to blame for what you've endured. Breaking free from a narcissist takes immense courage, and choosing to prioritize your mental health is a powerful act of self-love. There's a path to healing, and it begins with taking that first step to protect your boundaries and heart. Stay strong, give yourself grace, and know that brighter days are ahead. You've already taken the hardest step by recognizing the toxic cycle. From here, you can build a life filled with freedom, strength, and peace. Thank you for watching, and don't forget, you deserve the very best, not just in relationships, but from yourself. Keep going. You've got this.